mi gente? It's your boy. I'm going to a brand new Comic Crusaders special. You know what it is? We've spoken this week about Crackle. We've spoken about Redbox. Now let's end it right here. We're going to talk about that one channel that fills up your heart with goodness, family friendly stuff, chicken soup for the soul, entertainment. Let me introduce the one, the only king of the streams himself, Mr. Chris Woolsey. ¡Epa! Mi amigo, ¿cómo está?
What is going on, Al? How are
I,
you living? Large
I'm
and in
li-
charge?
Hell yeah, bro. Living the dream. You know what it is, and getting ready to go out there and stream, especially all this goodness from the chicken soup from the soul, a family and channel, which is also free, folks. Yep, I done said it. I done
That
said
is
that
it.
F word. Don't you dare ban me, YouTube. I said that F word again. Free. Awesome, Chris. Yeah, thanks for coming on, brother. We'll talk about this. During the week we've been talking about all these amazing things that the channel's got going on. But this is it right here. Before you kill me with next month's list of awesomeness. Thank you for giving me that breathing room to watch between now and then. All right, so let's put it on screen, folks. Got that
Let's
Chicken
do it.
Soup for the Soul TV, which is also free. Let's see what Chris has curated for us today. Ooh,
Oh,
yes.
the always lovely Julianne Moore.
Oh yeah.
This one is star-studded. It's great. Julianne Moore, obviously, from everything of the last 20 years. Boogie Nights, I think, is probably her most popular. But she is always great. Greg Kinnear is in this, from As Good as It Gets. Nathan Lane, who's been in a billion things. Lily Collins. So Julianne Moore plays a small-town English teacher. And as she's supposed to, she is constantly encouraging her students to go out and pursue their dreams. Well, this movie posits, well, what happens if one of the students returns and his dream has failed horribly, destroying his life? And that's exactly what happens. So Julianne Moore is this, sweet English teacher. One of her students returns to the small town to inform her that his dream did not happen, and what is she gonna do?
Gee, thanks for encouraging me. You messed up my life.
Right?
When
And
encouraging gone too far.
for sure. So it's kind of a new twist on rom-coms. It's really fun. Obviously, with performers like this, you've got nothing but top flight performances. You really want to check this one out if you're looking for just a fun laugh and a little feel good mixed in. This is definitely one for you.
Oh, let's do it for sure. Oh my God, you guys are going retro.
We're taking the Wayback Machine. That's it. So
Wow.
Gidget, this is really the show that launched Sally Field's career. I mean, she did The Flying Nun, she did Gidget, and then went on to a gigantic film and television career, obviously. But this is the one where America really fell in love with her, and she plays Gidget, the title character, and she is just like this sweet little surfer girl in 1960s Southern California. It was a huge hit, and we have Crackle and Redbox and Chicken Soup for the Soul. We've got this programming team that they just scour the media landscape and they find all of these gems that you forgot about, and they bring them back, whether it's the Dick Van Dyke Show, the Partridge Family, the Beverly Hillbillies, Gidget now. I was a huge fan. I watched this growing up in the mid 80s, and I don't think at the time I even realized that it was like a 20-year-old show at that point. But it's a sweet story of a single dad and his daughter. Interesting little bit of trivia. The actual woman who inspired the story of Gidget, she was one of the first female surfers in Southern California, works at Duke's, which is a restaurant just across the Santa Monica Mountains from my house here in Malibu. It's a very famous restaurant on PCH. and the woman who inspired the series, Gidget, is the hostess there. So you can often in for a meal and just say hi to the real life Gidget, who couldn't be sweeter if she was made of pie. And
Whoa, cool.
yeah, kind of crazy.
Oh, that is really cool. Wow, yeah, Sally Field's definitely so young. What an amazing career.
And speaking of food and feel good, we've got a little comfort viewing for you, and it's a slice of Chicago romance. So this is actually a Chicken Soup for the Soul original. So I think we've talked about before, just about every month, Chicken Soup for the Soul has a new original rom-com. And I got to be honest, this one is my favorite of all of them so far. And I think it might be because I love pizza so much. After watching this, I actually had to go and make a pizza because I was so hungry for pizza. But it's a great story. It's super fun. If rom-coms are your thing, it's about two historically competitive pizza parlors on the outskirts of Chicago. They're bitter rivals. The owners despise each other. And what happens when a nationwide pizza conglomerate moves into town? And so now these two bitter rivals, they've got to team up in order to stave off this economic Armageddon, as it were, brought on by this national chain,
and also save real pizza.
That's it. And romance obviously ensues. So I don't know if you're are you a Chicago pizza guy? Do you have a preference?
I'm a New York guy. Give me my big foldable slice.
Yes, I do love it. I do love it.
Give me that. I don't care any day. The Chicago I've tried. It's just it ain't my thing. Detroit again. Give me my slice.
I like deep dish, but it's like after one piece, I'm ill. Like it's like 1,000 calories for one piece, and then it takes me like a week to finish the pizza off. And yeah, I'm a New York pizza guy too, for sure. We obviously in LA we have an issue, but we do have some New York expats that have opened. So there's like 4 really legit New York pizza places in LA. Nice. So yeah, some New Yorkers were kind enough to migrate to the left coast and get us.
They understand. Bring the greatness of the right size slice to the world.
Exactly. That's it.
Oh, wait a minute. Before we get into this one, I know we got a trailer on this one, folks.
You do.
Street Gang? What? I mean, the way that it sounds, it makes it sound like it was something hardcore. Let's find out.
Children were watching a tremendous amount of television.
So why not see if it could educate them?
How many lines do you have? 3. Well, try to get the first one better.
We're not sure what we are or what we can be, and the realization to accept ourselves, that's what Sesame Street's about.
Yes, I saw this. And yeah, Chris.
It's really, really good. If you're like me and this show was pretty much on constant rotation when I was a kid.
It helped us as children.
Show.
We owe a debt of gratitude to all of them. And I know one of them just recently passed too, the gentleman. Oh man, and for these people, man, I cry because like, wow, they're part, co-parents, TV parents. Right? Yeah, kind of in a sense because your parents would say, "Be quiet here, watch Sesame Street while I clean the house."
Exactly. And this documentary is spectacular. It's won all kinds of awards. It's the reviews are through the roof, and it's a deep dive into not only the creation, the genesis of this show, like how it came to be, but also just sort of the nuts and bolts of the everyday love, sweat, and tears that went in to making really what is arguably the greatest children's television series of all time.
All time, ever.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah. And there's interviews here that have never been seen before. There's interviews with the writers, the producers, the directors, the not only the actors who played people on the show, but also the very, very talented puppeteers and voice artists who brought those beautiful characters to life.
Isn't it amazing how they still endure to this day, still helping and continue to educate children over the world, right? Insane.
Yep. Yep,
And Jim
crazy.
Henson, the legacy that he created, I mean, and the things he did even after this, my
Yep,
gosh, you know,
amazing
Labyrinth, all that. Oh man, it was a boss, a boss.
for sure.
Oh man, dude, I'm a fan, obviously.
So
Ooh,
on the other end of the light and adorable spectrum is the dinner. So we talked about before that Chicken Soup for the Soul, tons of their stuff is inspirational, is super family friendly. This is an example of some of the other content that we have on there that is more crime oriented. We've talked about before that the largest audience for crime and true crime content is actually women. And because Chicken Soup for the Soul is a female-centric streaming platform, we do have a lot of crime and true crime. And this is it's a great film. Obviously, star-studded. We've got Richard Gere, Laura Linney, Steve Coogan, who you might have known from 24-Hour Party People and
yes,
the Dueling Michael Caine's video. I don't know if have you ever seen that?
Michael Caine's.
Have you seen that? Where
Maybe, possibly did. I'm not sure.
I'll send it to you. It's this like minute clip of these two actors. It's from a movie, and it's the best part of the movie. They're arguing over whose impression of Michael Caine is better, and they go back and forth, and it's hysterical. Anyways, I think Steve Coogan's a genius. We also have his film Alan Partridge this month as well. But this is a movie about two sets of parents that come together to have a dinner to discuss the horrifying crime that their sons have committed and what length each of them is willing to go to in order to cover up this crime.
Ooh.
It's intriguing, a little disturbing, and
but when it's your kid, I mean, what would you do?
Right. I
don't know about. Oh man, that's crazy, man.
It raises a lot of interesting questions for sure.
See, I like this for sure. Definitely want to peep this, man. You got a great cast. The woman who wasn't there. ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó, Chris?
So speaking of crime and intrigue, this is the story of Tanya Heed, who was a woman at Ground Zero when the Twin Towers came down. She came out of the rubble and told the story of her getting out of the building seconds before it collapsed, and talked about her clothing being on fire and how she barely got out. She stayed at Ground Zero and was there doing interviews and all kinds of things during the first couple of weeks. And she eventually became the president of the 9/11 survivor group, which was really interesting. Well, about 6 years later, a journalist was preparing to do an interview with her and started researching her story and realized that there were actually quite a few holes in the story that Tanya was telling. And it goes on. I'm not gonna spoil it because I'm not that guy, but just understand that she was not who she was portraying herself to be at all. It is a fascinating documentary. If you like true crime docs, all that stuff on Netflix, check this one out.
Oh no, this one.
Riveting. Yeah.
That is some shady business if you're doing something.
Serious.
Wow. Please don't tell. I gotta watch. Now I'm curious. Like, this lady really exploited that? Wow.
Check it.
People are evil, son. People are evil.
We live in a fallen world, brother. We live in a fallen world.
Oh my goodness. How could you exploit something like that? And folks, if you want to learn how, please go visit chickensouptv.com. Then you can also get this on the Play Store, the Apple Store, for your phone, your tablet, PC,
we just
your
launched
TV,
it
everywhere.
on Roku last month. So we're really excited about that. So, I mean, who doesn't have Roku? So, yeah.
There we go. See, folks, no excuse to watch all this wonderful free content. And you see now, dope lineup, great stuff, family entertainment, crime, you know what I mean? Laughs,
you got
romance, cooking. Now you got me thinking about pizza, Chris. Let me tell you.
Get on it.
Yeah, let me say though, but thank you so much for joining me today. Talk about everything that Chicken Soup got, and folks, the links are below, but it's on screen as well. Dude, I mean, appreciate this, people. This is free stuff. They're curating some of the most entertaining things for your viewing pleasure and at no cost. These other people want to charge you with 4 commercials like that. So they're making double the money at your expense. Come on. Be real. You know what I mean? Support platforms like Chicken Soup for the Soul, Chicken Soup TV. All right? You know what it is.
Brother, thank you so much. This is always the highlight of my month.
No, man, thank you for hanging out, man. I love hanging out with my brother Chris W. out there. So make sure to show the love. I think Jesus. The links are below on Twitter. All right, that's the big homie. As you see, he drops more trivia. He's always dropping trivia. So you need to listen with intent. Because one day I'm going to collect these tidbits and probably do a little trivia show. And Chris will laugh. He's like, shit, I told him that.
Oh, yeah.
All right, my brother. I'll give you credit. Don't you worry. And with that, folks, download all these amazing platforms that Chris reps. Not just Chicken Soup TV, but you got that Crackle, you got that Redbox. Show the love for all that awesome free TV. I'm at Mega Comic Crusaders. Hasta la próxima. ¡Huepa! ¡Woo!